In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the painting practice assignment. So I have my ceramic plate drawing in my paper plate, and I'm going to do a practice design on a blank piece of paper. So even though my clay is in here, I'm just going to use all of this to trace a circle on my paper. And then I'm done with my pencil. So the next thing I'm going to do is pour some paint. So I have my black paint. I'm just going to like hold the top, shake it up. Make sure you hold the top or else the paint might go flying. And then I'm using palette paper, which is essentially wax paper. And I'm just going to pour a little bit of paint out. The other thing I have 3 different paintbrushes. So you guys each have several different paintbrushes, but we're going to use the different shapes or sizes to get different designs. And then I also have a water cup and a paper towel in case I need to clean my brush. And I really want to just put my plate out of the way now to dry. Okay, so I actually do need my pencil. What I need to do is kind of eyeball where the center is. So maybe right here. I'm just going to put a little dot there so I know it's the middle. And I'm going to do this so that my paper can be easily moved around. So radial balance is our goal here. So radial balance is when things are symmetrical on all sides, which means if I were to turn this around and around, the design will look the exact same no matter where I turn it. I'm actually going to rip this out so I can turn it while I paint because it's going to be a lot easier. Okay, so we're going to start from the middle and work our design outward. And in the real thing, we're going to be using a base coat on our plates first, and then we're going to paint our designs. But since I'm just using a white piece of paper, I don't need to do that. Okay, so we're going to be using lines and shapes, and you do not have to follow everything I do. These are just examples, but I'm going to start in the middle. And every time I paint something, I rotate and I do the same thing on the other side. So I'm sort of imagining like my piece is divided into 4 quadrants. And we don't need to be super precise. We just want to be radially balanced, okay? So maybe I want to do brush stroke going that way. Now you might think, I don't have to rotate this each time. Like I can go like that, but if you start to do something like a little more complicated, it's going to be a lot easier to rotate it. So maybe I want to do just a curvy line right there, okay, like on the top. So if I rotate, I'm going to do a curvy line like that. Sometimes you need to go back and get more paint. And this is just a practice. I'm not necessarily married to this design. It's just something to start thinking about. So the fact that I rotated my paper each time and painted in the top quadrant means that this is symmetrical. So maybe I want to switch and use a different brush. So you got a different brush stroke. So this time I think I'm going to do all of these brush strokes look almost the same. Oh well, think of something different next time. So it was 3 little ones next to that curve. So I just do that and then I rotate, and I do that and I rotate. Okay, so now I'm back to the beginning. Now I do want to get something that looks a little different. So I'm going to hold my brush different and I'm going to do these smaller little marks. And again, you do not have to do the same design as me. I hope you don't. You just have to think of a design that is radially balanced, okay? So it's symmetrical on all 4 sides, or really on all sides, but the way we're doing it, it's on all 4 sides. And we want to try different designs. Okay, so maybe I now want, in the middle here, I kind of like these curves, but I don't really want to use that brush. I'm going to do something with a smaller brush this time. So maybe something that kind of goes like that. So what I'm doing right now is adding something called variation, which is I'm having some lines be thin and some lines be thick. So this first curve I did earlier was a thicker line. Now this one is a thinner line, and it's a little trickier sometimes to make the thinner lines. As you can see, I have to sort of go over it again if I want the craftsmanship to look nice. Craftsmanship is how neat and how well made your piece is. And we always want to be working with good craftsmanship. Even though this is a practice, you know, we still want to try our best to do something interesting. And you can always do another one. If you end up like not really liking what you did, you can try it again. Okay, and then I'm gonna do, I kind of like these like little lines. So I'm gonna do little lines on the outside of this whole thing. And this also, this sort of like doing a little bit and rotating, it's gonna help you get more details, and you're basically gonna keep growing your design. So you might have started out really simple, like how I just had those 4 almost like flower petal shapes. And now I'm getting even more specific. And you might be wondering, could I draw this with pencil first? And the answer is no, because when you're gonna go ahead and paint on your plate, you're not gonna be able to do pencil on that first. We're just gonna have to go ahead and start with the paint. The good news is you can always paint over a mistake. So I think I'm gonna do 3 little kind of bumpies, I guess, in that side quadrant. So you don't necessarily have to start each repetitive design in the same quadrant, as long as you remember where you started and then you're doing the same thing as you rotate. And I did not add water to my paint. I'm just using the paint right from the bottle. This paint's really nice because it's kind of thin, so it has a fluidity to it. Okay, so now I can go add even more. So I've got some small details and I want more. So what I'm gonna do is like 3 straight lines right there. And then 3 straight lines. So again, if I was gonna try to do this without rotating, it can be a little tricky. So that's why the rotating is really necessary. So some of you, when we did our last project, you may not have followed all the directions and then something might have gone wrong. So please, please follow the directions. So that's actually really cool because it kind of looks like there is a box behind it. So I'm gonna kind of add to that and do lines going up here. Okay, so I gotta like pay attention to where I was. And now these lines are not perfectly even in each quadrant, and that's possibly because I only had room for 3, or I mean I have room for more than 3. It's possibly because my center maybe wasn't actually in the center, or I might have painted it a little bit uneven, but it's okay. This is handmade. It's not gonna be perfect. Actually, I think I'm gonna add like 2 more little lines on top, and this is the one where I can't really fit it, but I'll just do small ones. Small ones, small ones here, or this was bigger. Okay, so now I'm ready for another cool design. So I've got some straight lines, some curvy lines. I think I'm gonna go back and use a bigger brush. So I have to clean my brush, and then I have to dry my brush, because again, we don't want the paint to be too thin. So cleaned it and dried it. And I think I'm gonna do kind of another layer of these curvy lines. So when you are having a tough time coming up with more ideas, which can happen, the best thing to do is to repeat what you already did, but in a slightly different way. So I already did these curvy lines here with my thin brush, so I'm repeating them with my thick brush. And that's gonna create rhythm and unity within your piece. So those are some principles of design. Okay, and then maybe I'll do couple thick straight lines, maybe just one, so I can put some other little detail in that spot. Okay. So we've talked about rhythm, we've talked about unity. We're using lines and shapes. So line and shape are elements of art. So we're talking about a lot of vocabulary words in here. So I'm going to do just a little dot in there to remember where that was. Oh, okay. So here's something where I ended up putting these lines kind of in the wrong spot, right? Here it's right next to the curve. Here is right next to the curve. Here's right next to the curve. But then here I put it next to that line. So I don't have to freak out. I'm just going to make one next to the curve and then that little dot, which is what I did here. And then now I'm going to go and add the one up here that I did next to the line. So if you make a mistake, there's still ways to fix it. You just have to think a little more cleverly. Okay, so now I have fixed my little mistake there by adding a second thick line, which is totally fine. So I've got some thin, some thick. I think I want to go and add some more thin parts because I like the design there. So again, I'm kind of drying. I don't have to fully clean my brush because I'm going to use the same color, but definitely dry it in between. So I think I'm going to do some little lines next to each of these. So I've got 3 of those on each little quadrant. And I'm putting 2 lines next to each one. I didn't really have a plan when I was starting this. I just thought I'm going to use lines and shapes and use a variety of brushes. And that is going to give me some interest, some unity, some rhythm. And here's where like I feel like I could be done, but there's some room for addition. So I want to do that. So I'm going to do 4 lines top of that, or dots, I mean, not lines, 4 dots. So let your pattern grow and evolve just by adding more details. Sometimes in life or in art, like less is more, but sometimes more is more. And at least right now, in what I'm doing, I think more is more, because the more I add, the cooler this looks. And the only reason I'm able to do this without kind of losing my place, again, is because I'm rotating. That's not where I want it. I want it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I can add even more. So I think I'll do one more thing with you guys on video. So one right there. So I really got to concentrate at this point. So I'm on an angle and doing 3 lines, kind of at a 45-degree angle. Okay. So hopefully you're understanding how to do this. And the goal, again, is for that radial balance, and also to maybe just kind of practice doing one of these before you're painting for real on your plates. Okay, so again, I could go ahead and add more details, but for the purposes of this video, I think you can understand what we're gonna do. So now that I've finished my practice painting, in order to turn in this assignment, I'm gonna take a photo and I'm going to upload it to the correct assignment in Canvas. And again, email me if you have any questions. I hope you have fun painting